For real. Running the game. You speak of me, put big homie in front of my name. For every one of you lames, y'all ain't original. They all sound the same. I stay ballin'. Money like a faucet. It stay running. I can't call it. Got the bug, I think they caught it. I'm with bosses. For real. It's real for real. I'm in the field for real. I'm about my check for real. I'm about my respect for real. My diamonds are crystal clear. I'm shining from ear to ear.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Over the middle, complete. It's Wood. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Trubisky. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now, Parker shifts by him. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And they'll go ground game here for the tailback. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's go. Stand hands up.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Benjamin. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on there. Here's a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Davenport. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Davenport. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Trubisky will throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd down, it's Parker. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 18 yards there and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point.
Come on, gotta go.
On second down, Trubisky. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Trubisky now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now,
or
very
lights
quickly,
out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
Now he's the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Yates. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Off play action. Davenport, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball. And
they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now it's Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Trubisky. That is caught at the 7. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way in. Not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bears will extend their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Davenport. He shakes him off, throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Detroit!
Looking to throw. Davenport. And got him in. It's Woods. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Throwing on 1st down. Davenport. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Completes it to Benjamin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Caught right side. It's Lewis. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to throw. Davenport. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Davenport. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Travis Benjamin, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll run on first down. Parker, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Parker. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Hurry! Let's go!
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, Parker. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Clinton Dix there for the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
They go play action with Trubisky. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Davenport. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This quarterback now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Davenport. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Davenport. His throw caught right around the 6. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Davenport. Touchdown, Packers. Austin Hooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. He finds an opening past the 40. Going to throw right side here, complete. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on 2nd down, Davenport. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Davenport. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On 3rd down, Davenport. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Taking it about the 16. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Perry coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Trubisky to throw. Forced out to his left. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Returning, it's Benjamin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that'll help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Detroit!
From the gun, Davenport gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. Davenport. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Todd. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Davenport. And finding the tight end Hooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Packers on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Davenport. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain of 13 and also a first down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw. Davenport. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Gun! Detroit!
From the gun, Davenport. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Woods, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers add on to their lead. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the 4th. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there of 22.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Trubisky will throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bears on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, Trubisky eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here's Trubisky, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Davenport, and his throw here is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On first down, Davenport. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Back to throw. Davenport finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Detroit! Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Green Bay, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they go